Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. A little later, Sri Ramakrishna was seated again on his couch. The devotee sitting on the floor, Shyamdas, was singing with his party. He sang of the gopis' grief at the separation from Sri Krishna. Dry as a desert seemed the happy lake to them. Chatak died of thirst gazing towards the clouds. Dry as desert seemed the happy lake to them. Chatak died of thirst gazing towards the cloud. Chatak is a bird. It takes water, drinks water only that falls from the top, because it has a hole in the throat. If it takes water from below, it seeps out from the throat. Just like our fishes have gills in the side, they swallow the water and flows out from the gills. Like that, this chatak is also a bird. When it takes water from below, by the time it raises its beak upward to swallow, it flows out. So it sees from where the water is dripping from top, so that it directly takes into the throat, that it slips down. Usually the falls here, there, where waters are dripping, they are the clouds. The Chatak was looking at the clouds formation. It was so happy. Now it will rain, now it will rain. But the clouds were not giving rain. It was not the water-bearing clouds, rain-bearing clouds. So it was seeing the clouds, hoping, and it died of thirst. Like that, the gopis are telling, we are here waiting for him, just as Chatak waits. We see his whole coming and enjoying his company. We are mentally imagining, waiting, time is passing, he has not come. We too might die away like the Chatak bird. The master became somewhat abstracted, but the musician could not create a special spiritual atmosphere. Sri Ramakrishna asked Nibai of Konnagar to sing a kirtan. Nibai was Manmohan's uncle. He lived on the bank of the Ganges, devoting his time to prayer and meditation. He was a frequent visitor of Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineswar. Nibai began the kirtan in a loud voice. Master left the couch and began to dance. You see here, Master is becoming somewhat abstract at the singing of Shyamdas and his party. But they were not able to create a spiritual atmosphere. Spiritual atmosphere means where the worldly awarenesses are suppressed. That is, I am aware of so many things of this world, worldly awareness I possess. It has to drop away. It has to be clouded. It has to be eclipsed so that the spiritual being projects out. It is then that we see clearly that we have forgotten the world, and when we have forgotten the world, we are ourselves. And we don't worry who are there around, what they will think or nothing. I'm not aware of the world. I'm aware of the theme of the song. I dance in joy. So he asked at last Nabai of Konnagar to sing a kirtan to create that spiritual atmosphere. Because you see, Nabai was Manmohan Sankar. He lived on the bank of Ganges, devoting his time to prayer and meditation. This is actually what we are expected to do. But there is need of our living on this earth. If somebody can provide a morsel of food and a shelter to stay, one can freely devote his all the time for this, staying somewhere and calling on God, because everything is going to be completely eliminated from our life and our memory. Nothing remains. We have to go empty-handed, not even carry the memory. No memories remain. Or the alternative is slowly go on doing little by little spiritual practices, just like children go to school without missing anything. Their joys and fun, their studies little, and making mischief, this, that, playing in the grounds, going for picnics, going for morning running, exercises, gardens, all this without missing anything of their life. They finish the education in 22 years. Like that, the little by little sadhana, whenever free time we get, sit in a corner and call on God. To the extent, weeping must, where are you? That much is sufficient, without leaving anything, attend to all duties, in between. Slowly raise that in between to an unbroken thought of divine. Either Leela Dhyana, when you are more doing some other work, be it cooking or washing or office work, mind will be constantly thinking of something else. This thinking of something else is eliminated and is replaced by thinking of God, which gives peace, which keeps the mind in perfect balance and equilibrium. Then this is called meditative awareness. Meditative awareness is something that we, as if we are meditating, in and through all activities, a part of the inner awareness continues to think of God. External awareness is taken over by body and mind to do work in the world. It will attend to all duties at the same time. Inner awareness. Two awarenesses gradually split, the inner awareness and outer awareness, by constant practice not to forget God, and constant prayers now and then makes the inner and outer awarenesses separate. Antar prajna and bahir prajna. Antarprajna will be constantly like an anchor put in the ocean's bottom, holding the ship. So we will be anchored from within, and body mind are working freely, joyfully in the world, unaffected by the external situations of life and internal desires. So, this is the alternative we have, the people who are not free. And when Sri Ramakrishna says, hold on to God with one hand, with the other, do your duties of life. This is that what Sri Ramakrishna says, holding God with one hand, anchored from within, and working in the world. Then when you are free from all the work and activities, hold with both the hands. Once the children are gone, when the responsibilities are over, they learn to stand on their own legs, like birds, chicks which have come, which are able to fly. They are able to beat their wings, spread their wings. Then the mother doesn't keep it anymore in the nest. She pushes them out so that it will learn to fly. First they struggle and come down and slowly learn, picking up their own food, grains and insects of the earth, and learn to fly about and become independent. Mother doesn't see at them anymore once they are able to. Like that, when children grow and just stand on their own legs, never to interfere again. Old age or once the duties are over, we should not hang ourselves behind that, totally withdraw. And if they come and ask anything, we have to tell, answer, help, otherwise keep aloof. And help to the extent they want, not to interfere in their life, go on advising, poking them from behind. No more. They have grown up, they have to take the responsibility on their own shoulders and walk forth. So, whole life as if we are spent in the world, now it is time to retire from all things. That body is going to crumble down. That's why even in office works, they have kept the time of retirement. After that, you are totally free. Once the retirement is, before that, all duties of life also has to be finished. And the rest of the life, the evening of life, must be spent exclusively in the thought of divine, as an offering to the divine. So here you see what a beautiful life he lived. He lived on the bank of the Ganges, devoting his time to prayer and meditation, and was a frequent visitor of Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineswar. When Nibai began to sing, Nibai began kirtan in loud voice. The master left the couch and began to dance. Immediately, Nibai and other devotees began to dance around him. The atmosphere became intense with fervor. After the kirtan, Sri Ramakrishna resumed his seat. After the kirtan is over, the dancing also stopped. He came, resumed his seat. With great feeling, he began to sing of the Divine Mother, his eyes turned upward. It is lingering, intoxication is lingering, and he has turned from gopis and other things totally to the Divine Mother. O Mother, ever blissful as thou art, Do not deprive this thy worthless child of bliss. My mind knows nothing but thy lotus feet. The king of death scowls at me terribly. Tell me, mother, what shall I say to him? Nirananda Nakaro. He Anandamayi Nirananda. Oh, the blissful thou art. Do not deprive thy worthless child of bliss. So, constant seeking of the soul, happiness, freedom, and peace. This will never a jiva can find in this world. I want happiness, it won't be there. It appears, shows its face, and returns. And then again there is darkness in life. It appears to be a few happy days, looks like, because we are free from, during that period, we are free from problems and quarrels. It looks like the positive entity, bliss, we have not seen, which remains even when the situations and circumstances turn away into disastrous situations. Still, the inner joy doesn't go. This is an attainment which never parts from you. This you will not find in the world. Bliss you will not find. Absence of dukkha is called ananda or sukha in the world. That alone we experience. Absence of. Now you see peace. Absence of war is what we experience as peace. Peace as a positive entity we have not attained. That in case of great losses or chaotic situations, your peace doesn't go. That peace is from the transcendental realm which you cannot find in this world. And freedom is never known. Only freedom of action, and every action binds it. You are given freedom to act, but every act binds you because you keep the ego of doership, kartritva. So you will never find sukha, shanti, and swatantriya. These three is, every soul is constantly hunting. I want peace, I want happiness, I want freedom. And that is where God is. God is the treasure house of all this. And He is unlimited ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. You can get as much as you want, and that never gets exhausted. God is Akshaya Patra, and His vessel never goes empty. As it given, the quantity remains the same. So, these people who are really seeking turn away their minds from the world and devote exclusively to God, who fulfills these three seekings in its absoluteness, completeness. The day you start dedicating your time and your belongings to evolve in your spiritual life, that day onwards, you are slowly progressing towards spiritual attainment of these three. So you see that one by one limitations are breaking, and you are getting that freedom, peace, and bliss. So Sri Ramakrishna is praying, don't make me deprive of this bliss. Always we have to turn for all these things are in eternity, not momentary. Momentary you may get momentary freedom, moment. What is the use? A prisoner is held by chains and taken out from one prison house to another prison house. He sees as if he is free from the prison house, but he is being taken, held by chains and taken to the other prison. It looks like freedom, but it is not freedom. So in God you will find it. My mind knows nothing but thy lotus feet. Where to go, where to find, we do not know. So God is the only place where he can find it. The king of death scowls at me terribly. Every moment, every soul on the earth having a body is moving towards the grave. Every moment is gradually, unceasingly proceeding towards grave. Tell me, we are not aware. We are aware of the coming day, we are not aware of the gone day. Usually we see calendar as if it is going to run through eternity and we are going to be here with eternity. But I saw a diary where it begins from 365 and every day it goes on decreasing. The Vinayakanandaji diary published by the people there below, whatever the organization, Vinayakananda Kendra, they are publishing. It begins 300, date is as it is, the above 365, above corner. So it goes on decreasing to zero. Oh, year has ended. So it will be always showing how much is left over for the year to end. Similarly, we don't see how much is left out to part from here. If we are conscious of that, our whole life gets transformed. Oh, all this is going to end. Oh, all this is going to end. It's a matter of time. And the time can be anything which we do not know. So in Bengal, almost all buses in those days, 40, 50 years back, there used to be Bulyona, Mrityu or Bhagwan, Ishar. Don't forget death and God. Tell me, mother, what shall I say to him? He sang again. This is Sri Ramakrishna is taking upon himself, identifying with the jivas and depicting the plight in which they are. People do not even know they are in the ocean of samsara and getting drowned in it. They feel they are comfortable here. Sri Ramakrishna used to say 4 types of fishes. When the fisherman throws the net, some are not caught at all, Nitya Siddhas. Some are caught, but immediately they find out the way to escape and go away. These are the struggling souls who succeed. And the rest, in spite of struggle, they go in the wrong directions. And the struggling continues unendingly. Others are those, the moment the net is thrown, it goes to the bottom and gets buried inside the clay or the earth below, and then bite and hold the net thinking they are safe there. This is the largest class of the humans. So we find that Sri Ramakrishna is clearly taking upon himself the pains and sufferings. Is there displaying the actual position? Where are you, my child, and what you have to do? Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.